Hey, what is going on guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks when it comes to getting high kill wins in Fortnite, and as well I'm going to be commentating over this gameplay and just breaking it down step by step on exactly what I did to just outplay that many players and just to find that many people and actually get the kills. And before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. If you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on my notifications, and leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And as well, if you guys don't already, make sure you guys have me added and supported as a creator. It's super simple to do. All you need to do is go to the item shop, then just tap X and hit support a creator, and then type in my code. It's the same as my gamer tag. Just type in Young Humor and you will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be breaking it down step by step and exactly what I did to get a high kill gameplay. And for this gameplay here, I dropped 19 kills. I got really close to a 20 bomb in a few occasions where I should have got some kills, but I really didn't. So I had 19 kills in this gameplay, a very good gameplay. And the first thing that I like to do is typically I like to land at this building right here. Some people like to land at the middle building, or just some buildings are on the side that they get a bad landing. But here is typically where I land, and the reason why I land up here is because you have a really good view on most of Tilted, and you can get a lot of easy picks. And what I mean by that is you can sit on the top, and usually you're going to find a chest, and most of the time you're going to get an AR from the chest, which is the best weapon to have. And basically I just get an AR, and as soon as I get that assault rifle, I'm on the top of the building looking around trying to shoot off other players. And one really good spot that I get a lot of people game after game is at the basketball courts. And the reason for the basketball courts is you have the two, sometimes you can have two weapons spawn on top. You can have one weapon at the far side and then one on the closer side. But basically if someone lands at the basketball court and they go for a weapon, they're going to have no mats whatsoever. So if you go for shots on them, they're not going to be able to build at all. So that's a really good way to get a few easy kills. And then right here you have people fighting in the middle of the street. And even if you have a guy who runs inside the garage, which is right below me, usually I'll just wait them out, and as soon as they come out, I'm going to laser them, because usually most of the time when they come out of the garage, they're going to be going back to basketball courts, so I get a few easy shots on them, and I'm able to pick them off pretty easily. And as well, if I get an AR right off the start, I can laser people on the top of tacos and then also the construction in the middle. So there's a lot of places that I can get a lot of easy picks if I get the assault rifle off the spawn. And even if I don't, it's still a really good location to land at because there's a ton of chests. You're more than likely going to find a shotgun, some shield. And even when you're going through Tilted, clearing out a lot of players, Umbrella is just one of those buildings, which is the building that I land at for those guys who don't already know. So when I'm going through Tilted, getting off a bunch of players, I still like to go to the top of that building, because from the top of the building, I can get a lot of tags. And there's one thing that I started doing a lot more recently, I mean recently as in like just a few days ago, is in my inventory, I'm starting to carry as many glider redeploys as I can, because glider redeploy is super effective, and mainly for the reason is it pretty much prevents you from taking any fall damage at all if you get shot out, which is very useful because there's a lot of situations, maybe in a duo game like this or maybe in a squad game, where you're gonna have to overbuild, and so you have a bunch of people building up on you and you always want to stay on high ground, so you're going for the high ground trying to fight off the other player that's building up on you. But at the same time, you could have teammates from the other team just sitting at the bottom knocking it down. But if you jump down, you still have the player from above you trying to get shots on you. It's just not a really good situation. And as well, it's really good for rotating. And the thing about glider redeploys, if someone's shooting at you and you use it, that's probably not the best time, just because you really don't move that quickly with it. So you can get lasered out of the air pretty quickly. But it's very good for preventing from getting fall damage in build fights. And as well, just rotating to the next zone, which a lot of my games today, for whatever reason, most of the circles that I got were a little bit past hill, so I land at Tilted Towers and the circles would be on the right side of the map, so they'd be towards Salty. So I have to move game after game, I have to go across the lake, and it's just been so much more effective just to build up a few ramps and use my glider redeploy to get across than having to run all the way across, because that feels like it takes forever and it's really slow. And also another really good thing is it really helps with high kill games, and for the reason you can rotate between teams very quickly. So say if you get a kill on a team and you see another team in the distance, maybe you're on top of the Dusty Hill and you see people in Dusty, and like I said, when you're using it, you really don't want to get spotted because it can be very easy for other players to shoot you out. But if you see two teams fighting and they're going in on each other and you need to get over there quickly, it could be a really good tool to get over there. And that's pretty much my main 3 things that I do with the glider redeploy and why I started running it a lot more. Because when it first came out, I really didn't use it that much because the redeploy was really slow, I was really sluggish, I really didn't see too much of a point of it. But now I'm really using it a ton, and my loadout I started running RPGs a lot more because I really thought RPGs were really effective, and basically just for 2 simple reasons. The RPG is really easy to get kills with, so say if you have a guy below you, you know he's weak and he's just one of those players that just look up at you and just stare at you, and you know if you look down you're going to get absolutely lasered, lose all of your HP, so it's very easy just to jump up, get an RPG shot off, and then do like 120 damage with it. Super easy and is really effective. And as well, if someone's camping on high ground or if they're in a steel base and you need to knock it down quickly, just knocking down structures with an RPG is very easy. Just notice here in the situation, I was getting rushed by 2 players. They were trying to play super aggro on me, and the reason why I didn't just go challenge them initially because they were at a little bit different heights, and if I try to rush up on players who are just spraying at me constantly from different heights, then it's probably not the best idea. I'm going to get lasered from 2 different angles. So here I backed up quite a bit, and since they were chasing me so hard, I end up getting on them at the exact same height and then eventually going for high ground. And then from high ground, I'm getting a ton of shots on these players. I get 1 tag right there, put a ramp above them, flip the ramp, get 1 more shot and get a pretty nice knock on that player. And of course, since his teammate wasn't coming up just right away, I decided to just go for the thirst and have that player done with. And as I'm going to fight this other player, and for those of you guys who want to know exactly why I thirst right away most of the time, is because if you don't thirst, they're literally just going to sit down there just staring at you, and they're going to be calling your every move out. Because if you don't thirst them and you want to try to pop a heal, if you want to try to do anything, they're going to be calling out every single time that you're popping heals. And if you're low on HP, they're going to be calling that as well. And if you're just trying to get a better angle on them and you kind of reposition a little bit, try to throw them off, you're going to get called out on there as well. So just getting called out is the most annoying thing ever, so that's why I go for thirst pretty much every single time. So with the zone really far away, my glider redeploys came in a pretty good use. I was able to get to the zone not too bad. I had barely any HP when I came out. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did put 2 campfires down because I was really low on HP. But now that I have my HP up, I have 3 minis, have 150 HP, I'm doing pretty well. I get 1 tag on there. Unfortunately, bloom was pretty bad. I should have been able to get at least a headshot or some other damage on there. So at this point, I'm trying really hard to go for high ground because it's not too high, it's the start of the fight. And a lot of times when players are getting high ground, they're going to be looking down anyways. And when they're doing that, it's going to give you a lot of time. It's really going to buy you a ton of time to go for the high ground and get that advantage. So here, I don't know if I lagged or whatever it was, but I couldn't build or do nothing, and he didn't shoot at me. So I got lucked out there. He really could have hit me for a lot of damage. I go for a double edit, miss my shot, but pull out my AR, finish the player. And then from now, I'm going to get third party by another team that's just spamming rocket after rocket. And I don't think his teammate was killed right away, but eventually this team is going to RPG the other team. And the one thing that I really liked was the update where they increased the amount of launch pads, because that's just a perfect example just to get out of that situation. Because if not, I'm going to get RPG spam constantly and constantly. And one really good thing to do is when you're rotating to the next zone and the zone's coming in, is just have your launch pad ready just in case you get into a spot where you're getting sprayed or they're circle pushing and you just need to get out of there. Because switching between traps and launch pads or traps and campfires can be kind of annoying at times. So just having it out in your inventory and just having it ready is going to save you a lot when it comes to getting away and just not getting pinched in the storm. So here I'm building up, trying to get out of here, and I hit absolutely lasered. I think there was another team that was camping in, I think it was like the expedition site, or basically they were just camping in that building where the planes are. So here I'm just trying to get off my HP, and I don't want to push too far to my left or right because I don't know exactly where the other teams are yet. So this player tries to glide away. He gets on the zip line, which allows for a pretty easy kill, so I get a pretty easy finish on the player. So here I'm at with 15 kills and 5 other people left. And what I noticed is that in that steel base, there was players, and so what they're going to do is they're going to be rotating to the zone. And since they're rotating to the zone, I'm going to take advantage of that and then go for high ground. And while on high ground, I'm going to get a pretty sick laser in this guy. I absolutely melted him. And here's just another scenario where my glider redeploys really came in clutch because I was able to push this team right away. So I get the knock, so I know the other player, he's going to be trying to get his teammate up or try to focus on doing something like that. So I see him trying to push me. I'm just going to go for high ground, try to create a little bit of distance because I want to get a shot with my RPG on him. Unfortunately, I didn't hit that RPG shot for whatever reason. I felt like it landed right next to him. But here I go for an edit play. He's down below me, hit him for 44, pull out my shotgun again, and finish him for an 88 damage shot. So one last team, and here you're going to see if they have high ground. you guys are going to see I'm going to try to get a few tags on them, or try to get any sort of tags at all before I push them, just to see how much HP they have, and just kind of just to see, you know, how they like to play, if they like to spam a lot, if they kind of like to sit back, if they like to snipe. So I get quite a few tags on that player, and as you can see, when I'm peeking, I'm looking out to see if they have a sniper rifle, because if I see a player who's just hard scoping me with a sniper rifle, I'm not going to peek for anything, because more than likely I'm going to get hit by that player, and I'm going to be in a pretty bad spot. So this player is not the greatest player. I get a pretty easy shot on him with the RPG, and these are just one of the teams that's really good to fight. They're not building a ton, so it allows for a lot of easy kills, and at the exact same time they're not spamming RPGs, dynamite, smokes, or just whatever just really annoying stuff that's in the game. So here I'm just kind of choking a little bit. I should have been hitting their shots. I missed a shot right there, so I'm just building up, keeping my high ground. And even though I'm not really hitting a lot of shots, and even though they're not the best players, I don't want to just dump down there, because if I just dump down there and they hit me with a 100 damage pump shot, that even changes the game. It doesn't matter how good or how bad of a player is. If you're low on HP, they can get the kill pretty easily no matter what. And with that being said, that's a wrap up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys liked it. And if you guys could, drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on my notifications to be notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.